this is how I prep my hair to make sure that it's strong and healthy.
And I have 5 steps on how to properly prep and protect your hair.
First things first is always a good cleanse of the scalp and hair.
And many people swear that protective styles on natural hair aren't really protective, while others, like me, swear by protective styles, especially ones done with extension. In this video, I am going to be giving you my step-by-step routine on how to prep your natural hair for protective styles so that you can obtain optimal length retention from the style.
Oh, this is clean. This is clean. This is what I mean.
First thing that I do before any protective styles, be it with extensions or just my natural hair, is to detangle my hair first with my detangling brush and any type of slippery product. These days, the product that I use is the Olaplex No. 3 Hair Perfector, but you can also use conditioners, aloe vera gel. Once my hair has been properly detangled, gently starting from the bottom and working my way up to the top, ensuring that no more snags, knots or tangles are left behind, I go in and I wash my hair and my scalp with a sulfate shampoo. My shampoo of choice is the Head and Shoulder shampoo, and recently I added the Lush Rejuvenating Hair Shampoo to my arsenal, and this ensures that my hair not only gets clean but it is still moisturized. For that detangling portion where I am using the Olaplex to detangle my hair, I leave the treatments in for 30 minutes to an hour to help fortify my strands and also strengthen them for the future protective hairstyle. Once I'm done washing my hair, I go in straight and I deep condition with a deep conditioner that has some type of hydrolyzed protein or amino acids to further strengthen my hair. Once all has been said and done and I have rinsed out the deep conditioner, I go in with my leave-in conditioner, and depending on how I am feeling that day, whether I need to film content for this particular procedure, I might go in and blow my hair out just to make it easy for the hairdresser to install whatever hairstyle that I plan on installing that day. But most of the time, I don't really need this step. Moisturizing my hair with a good leave-in conditioner, then sealing it in with a good product like shea butter or my newly found Lush Ultra Nourishing Hair Food can get the job done. And the reason why I do this is to ensure that the hair is malleable and elastic enough to be manipulated into whatever style I want to get. The next step in this process is the installation. Now, if I am getting a protective style done with just my natural hair, I take my time to part my hair, and once I am done installing these protective styles myself, my go-to protective style is mini braids, and I tend to do this myself because I don't really need help with this. Once I am done installing this particular protective style with my natural hair, I give myself a really good trim. And the reason why I do this is so that the split ends do not accumulate, do not travel up and become a serious issue. And the process of doing this helps me a lot when it is time to install my protective styles with extensions, because the hairdresser or hairstylist doesn't need to start fighting with my hair because my ends are raggedy and jaggedy. Next step is ensuring that extensions or whatever protective hairstyle of your choice is being installed by an actual hairdresser that understands your type of hair and not a crazy person. The person has to be just as gentle or reasonably gentle with your natural hair so that you do not suffer breakage or damage in the installation process, which at the end of everything defeats the purpose of installing the protective hairstyle in the first place. The hairstyle has been installed. Let us talk about the maintenance routine for when you are wearing the protective hairstyle. When I get my styles done, I tend to wear them for about 2 months, 3 months, max of 4 months, especially if I'm wearing extensions. I like to get very good use out of those protective styles because they cost money to install, and I am going to get every penny's worth out of it. With hairstyles like this, I tend to clean my scalp with some type of micellar water because a product like this can help to get your skin clean, and for that reason I opt to use this to keep my scalp clean in between washes. Then let's say, for instance, I plan on keeping the protective style in for about 3 months. I am going to use the micellar water to keep my scalp clean every single week. Then at the end of each month, I go in and I do a proper wash with my Head and Shoulder shampoo or a sulfate shampoo. Deep condition the extensions, yes, because I have noticed that the hair actually stays moisturized or retains its moisture even when I am taking it down after a very long period of time. Deep condition the extensions, rinse out the conditioner, apply some leave-in conditioner, apply some oil, lay my edges down, make sure that I dry the extensions properly because they can hold water like crazy. Then after I am done wearing the protective style for however many weeks that I set out to wear it for, I wash the protective style yet again, maybe go in with some conditioner or Olaplex depending on the type of style it was. If it was a style with my natural hair, I am going in with Olaplex. If it was a style with extensions, I will go in with just regular conditioner to give my hair some slip, so that when I'm taking it down, I am not seeing any dryness. I am not contending with any dryness or stiff tangle. Whenever I am taking down these protective styles, I tend to finger detangle every single braid or twist that I take down once it has been took down. I finger detangle it properly, then I go in with my detangling brush to ensure that all the tangles really and truly have been taken out. Then we are back to square one. We are detangling the hair with either Olaplex or a slippery conditioner. Wash it with the Head and Shoulder shampoo or a sulfate shampoo. Rinse, repeat. This routine is something that I have been doing religiously for the past 6 years of my natural hair journey, and indeed it has served me well. It is also important to note that products used in this particular type of routine is also very important. You need shampoos that can help clean your hair properly but not strip it to the point of no return. You need conditioners that actually condition, and conditioning means to soften. You need conditioners that will add slip, products that will add slip to your hair to ensure that your hair is more manageable and more malleable. You need products that will also help to strengthen your hair, because natural hair is very fragile, and anything that you can do to ensure that damage is reduced is also very important. My natural hair at the moment is hip length the last time I checked. I am currently on a hair growth journey. Maybe when I take down my braids, I would have finally attained tailbone length hair. You have to stay tuned for that. I also have a checklist of things that I do to ensure that I am retaining length, and this is going to be in the description. All you have to do is join my WhatsApp channel. You get the link to the full checklist immediately, so check the description out. Also check out the comments. I'm going to leave it there as well, and see you at the channel.
And I have 5 steps on how to properly prep and protect your hair. First, you're going to use a clarifying shampoo to remove products, build up dirt, oil from your scalp and hair. Second, you're going to follow up with a moisturizing shampoo to ensure that your hair is clean and it's not stripped of natural oils. Third, you're going to apply a treatment. This can be a deep conditioner or a protein treatment. When using the protein treatment, make sure you follow up with a moisturizing conditioner. 4, apply a leave-in conditioner to provide ongoing moisture. And last but not least, 5, seal in the moisture with a moisturizing cream or lotion. But ask your braider first before this is okay. This will help keep your hair hydrated and reduce friction during your braiding process.
Well, maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but if you don't prep your hair, then it has the potential to have breakage and damage. So I think it's best to thoroughly prep your hair before you put it in any type of protective style. Now, because my hair was so dirty, I used a scalp scrub from Bumble and Bumble, and I've had this in my repertoire for a while and I haven't used it, so this was the perfect time. And then I'm going with a Bumble and Bumble bond building shampoo and conditioner. I think it's so important to use some type of protein treatment or bond building hair care, which helps your hair fight against damage, because the bond and protein ingredients help to strengthen your actual strands. So when you're doing weaves and braids, stronger strands are always necessary. Now, Bumble and Bumble is one of my favorite brands for bond building, but I also love Apple G's keratin treatment and protein treatment.
First things first is always a good cleanse of the scalp and hair. And then what's in my hair now is a deep conditioner. It's called Indulge. It is also by Niche Beauty. This is also a staple for me. I love this deep conditioner. Now I'm going to go downstairs and get underneath the steamer. I always prepare by steaming my hair. Juicy, juicy curls. Heat protectant. Okay, I'm ready to go get some braids. Bye.
That's it for this video, guys. If you liked, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Love you and juice.